Story 1. The gas station customer who learned my routine. I used to work night shifts at a small gas station just off a highway, and at first, it felt completely safe, almost too safe. You know that kind of night where nothing happens, and that itself feels normal? Empty roads, quiet store, just me, the humming fridge, and the weak light buzzing above the counter. Most nights were exactly like that. Predictable, boring, safe. That's why I didn't notice danger at first, because it didn't start like danger. It started like routine. It started with a black sedan, 1:40 a.m. Same time every night, same parking spot, same driver, same order, a bottle of water, no eye contact, no conversation, just in, out, gone. At first I didn't even think it was strange. Night shift brings repeat customers all the time, truck drivers, delivery workers, people passing through. But something about him felt too consistent, like a system, not a person. By the third night, I started noticing patterns. He didn't just arrive at 1:40, he passed earlier too, always slower than normal traffic, like he was checking if I was there, like he was checking if the store was open, or worse, if I was alone. On the fourth night, I tried to be normal. I joked. Long drive every night? He paused. Too long, just staring at me, not angry, not friendly, just observing. Then he left. No answer. By the seventh night, he stopped coming inside immediately. Instead, he just sat in his car, parked directly in front of the station, watching. No movement, no lights, just waiting. 10 minutes passed, then 15. I remember checking my phone more often just to avoid looking at him. Because something about being watched without movement feels worse than being followed. At least, following has direction. This felt like patience. Then he finally came in. Slow steps. No rush. And he said something that completely changed the night. You're alone tonight, right? I laughed nervously. Because what else do you do? And I said, yeah. Then he leaned slightly closer and added, I know your break schedule. That was the first time I stopped smiling. Because nobody should know that. Nobody even asks that. He left immediately after. But I didn't feel relief. I felt like something had been placed in the room. Something I couldn't remove. That night I checked the cameras properly for the first time, and I noticed something I didn't like. His car wasn't just arriving at 1:40, it had been passing earlier all week, slower each time, sometimes stopping just out of camera frame, just long enough to check if I was visible. On the 10th night, I called my manager. He told me I was overthinking. Just a quiet customer, he said. But he wasn't there at 1:40. I was that night at 1:40. The black sedan arrived again. But it didn't stop at the front. It turned. Slowly, behind the building, where there are no windows, no cameras, just a blind spot, and it stayed there, engine off. No sound, no movement. 10 minutes later. The back door alarm beeped. Once, then again, like someone was testing it, not breaking in, testing, understanding. I locked everything immediately, called police. My hands were shaking so badly I dropped the phone twice. When they arrived, they found nothing, no car, no person, just tire marks in the dirt. Perfectly still, like the car had never rushed, only waited. I quit 2 days later. But even now, I still think about one thing. If he knew my schedule, why did he never come in when I was completely alone? Story 2. The hospital patient who existed in 2 places. I used to work night shifts in a hospital emergency wing, and people think hospitals are chaotic. But night shifts are actually the opposite. Quiet, controlled, predictable emergencies, Or at least they were. Until one night. Room 6. A patient came in. Minor injury. Nothing serious. I checked him at 11:15 p.m. He was asleep, stable, normal. At 11:45 p.m., I saw him standing at the nurse station, asking for discharge papers, calm voice, confused expression, like he had just arrived. But the system still showed him in room 6. I went back. Room 6 was empty, bed untouched. No sign he ever moved. Then I saw him again. Room 4, same patient, same clothes, same face. But room 4 already had another patient. That's when I started feeling something was wrong with the building itself. Not the people. The building. He kept appearing in different places. Walking normally, no running, no urgency, just shifting locations, like he didn't understand space properly, or space didn't understand him. I checked cameras. What I saw didn't make sense. He would walk down a hallway, turn a corner, and appear somewhere else seconds later. Not teleporting, not disappearing, just inconsistent positioning, like the hospital was correcting him. At 2:10 a.m., I saw him in the elevator. He was looking directly at me, even though I was on a different floor. He spoke through the speaker. Calm voice, no emotion. You keep moving me. When the doors opened, he was gone, but later. I checked room 6 again, and he was there, asleep, like nothing had ever happened. I left that job a week later, because some things don't feel like mistakes, they feel like systems breaking.